It is tackle time, guys. All right, so this season, the Jack Crevalle season, Crevalle Jack season, it's been extremely slow. We don't know when they're gonna get here now. There's been a lot of reports that they're offshore. Yeah, they're always offshore, of course. They're always gonna be at the 7-mile rigs up and down the entire Texas coast. But as for them coming inshore at the jetties, it's not looking right, mainly because the weather has been shit. I'm talking about you have 4 days of nice, consistent southeast winds blowing 10 up to 15. Nice tides bringing cleaner water, ginger ale, green water out to the beach. Guess what? The 5th day, fucking north wind blowing out of the north, 40 mile per hour, gets the water brown, looks like chocolate milk. Boom, it happens every time. It's been happening like that for 2 months already. So at this point, I mean, I guess whenever you have 4 or 5 days of nice winds, then it just might clean up. But besides that, we got to start getting ready for when they do show up. So in this video here, this is kind of more like a vlog style video where I'm going to show you on what I do to get ready for the jacks. Right here, I got a table full of stuff that I normally do. I got spoons, I got swim baits, different kinds of swim baits, some swim baits that you probably have never heard of before or seen before unless you go to specific parts of the US or the world of fish. I got the tools and I got the hooks. I got everything here just to do, you know, a quick rundown on what to do, because when you're fishing the jetty or pier, whatever you're doing, you're gonna lose spoons. And most of the time, what happens is if you get these spoons from Amazon, you know, I made several videos on these. What happens is that the hooks will rust out within the first hour. Like literally, within the first hour, these hit the water, they're gonna start rusting. So you gotta change out the hooks. One of the biggest comments or complaints that I get on my videos is that when they try to do this themselves, it's expensive. It costs at least $25 to $30 to get started, and you can only make one spoon at that. You'd have to bulk order them, that's gonna be $25, $30. You're gonna have to get a set of good split rings. You're gonna need more than 10, so that's 20 bucks. Hooks, $20. It's really expensive to start. So when they do start, they can't figure out how to get these. And guess what, guys? This year, I have a lot of fishing pet peeves. This motherfucker here is the single-handed worst thing. My biggest pet peeve about fishing. The split ring is the hardest thing in my opinion to do, and I hate it. This is why I spent money to actually get better stuff. I even bought more expensive split rings, bigger split rings, because on the spoon, this is really thick and it's really hard to get the split ring here. Let me show you why. So when you do get these spoons stock from Amazon, eBay, Walmart, wherever you decide to order them, these are trash, straight up. If you hook a jack, the first thing that's gonna happen is the split ring is gonna rust, the hook's gonna rust, and these hooks are extremely brittle. They're super brittle. Let me, you know, besides being brittle, check this out. I shouldn't be able to do this. Look at this, guys. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Look at that. You see that? I just bent this. These are not good. I mean, you can catch a slot red with them, but you got to change these out. And look at the split rings. Check out the split rings. Again, I should not be able to do this with my fingers. I can put my fingers in there just like that. Watch. And open them. Now, when I use the split ring pliers, look how easy this is. Check it out, guys. So just to better show you, look at that. 1. See, it'll take a few tries to get off because you got to swing it around. But after you take them off, the split ring is done. It's done. You hook a nice jack, a king, bull red over 45 inches, you're gonna lose it. These, when they puncture these holes here, this part is really thick. And this is the #1 complaint that I get on my videos. People cannot get the split rings through this. So I'm gonna show you how I do it, all right? It's not simple. It takes a lot of patience. Like I said, this is the worst thing that I have to do. I'd rather tie 15 knots. I'd rather tie 15 FG knots than do one of these. So check this out, guys. So here, I got 3 sets of split ring pliers. I got these Berkeley ones here. These are okay if you're gonna be using small split rings, such as these. Give me a sec, let me show you. Let's get these pros here. All right, so these are smaller split rings, and you can use these to change the split rings on smaller lures, such as, check it out, let's get a small lure here. Let's get these aren't even that small actually. let's get an X-Trap here. My favorite kingfish lure. All right, check this out, guys. So these are 150 pound size 6. If you wanted to change these out, this is what you would need. But see, I changed these out. Look, see, this lure was struck like a bunch of times. I didn't even hose it down. You can see that the hook is obviously degrading, but the split ring, which I changed out, is still good. Once you start using the bigger split rings, such as these size 8s, this is the size that I like to use when I'm changing out the hardware on these spoons, the size 8s. These fit perfectly in there without having to bend them all the way, and the split ring will split a little bit, but not too bad as much as you use the smaller one. So check this out. Let me go ahead and change a hook real quick. These, and when they're the heavy duty hardware spoon, I use these Spur ones here. So the Spur ones, let's use the Spur ones. So basically, you put it in here like that. You see? It'll open it like that. Boom. Just like that. You start sliding it out. All right, so check that out. Here are the Spur size 8s. These are gonna require force to open up. Check it out. Watch. See? So now you just slide those through, just like that. So when I do these spoons, I've been experimenting with several methods and also a lot of suggestions that I get in the comments. So one thing I do appreciate, guys, is I like when people comment, because I start to recognize your screen names on there, and that lets me know that you're enjoying the video, and then I'm more than likely to reply to your question when you comment on the video. So I do have a lot of you guys memorized. One guy that always comments, Carlos Vasquez, always commenting. Matt Saltwater Fishing, always commenting. All them guys, they're always commenting, so I know them personally. We even hung out. So yeah, it's important, you know, if you want to be noticed, if you want me to respond to your question, just go ahead and comment, leave a question. The more I see your name, the more than likely I am to respond, all right? Anyway, so here we go. So now I changed the split rings on these spoons right here. Look at that beautiful spoon, red right here. And now what we're gonna do is, this is the other experiment that I've been doing. So I've been doing a lot of the spoons just like this. Just a split ring here, all right? But I've gotten some information from people that like to fish for like trout and stuff up north, that they actually prefer to have a swivel in there. So I got these croc swivels here. I'm gonna add it on this one just to experiment, all right? Because they still work like this, but they say that they spit less hooks that way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a swivel on here. That's fine. We're gonna split it apart here. Put the other swivel in, just like that. So now we got this here. And now the problem with this is that you're gonna use more split rings, but now you can at least use a smaller split ring or whatever, of the same size, it doesn't matter. They're jacks. They're not gonna bust a 150 pound split ring. So we get the split ring on there, the next one. So they said this works a lot better. So now we have this here. See, it looks like it makes it more free. Probably less chance of spitting it, but who knows? And we're gonna get this is what we're using it for hooks. The BKK Raptor. This is a 2-aught, check this out. Super high quality hooks. These are 20 bucks for 5. I'd rather lose money, lose a few bucks, than lose a fish of a lifetime. But you never know when it happens, you know? So we're gonna put this on here right here. BBK Raptor. Boom. Check it out, guys. This is what it looks like. Finished product right here with the swivel, of course. When you want to change hooks or hardware on any of your stuff, it's gonna, you know, at least cost 30 bucks to start up. So it's expensive. And if you don't have the time to make these spoons, then I do sell them on my Big Cartel website. The links will be in the description. I got new colors. Check them out. Check this out, guys. So last year, I was using this color. I got a bunch of jacks on this color. I never sold them because I kind of wanted to keep them for myself. But I got this macro color here, and I like this color because it looks like a shad. You know, jacks love to eat shad. What color are shad? Silver and gold. Sometimes with green hue on it, so check it out. I got red here. If you know about red, red is great on top water. A lot of jacks and big fish kings like to hit red lures, so they'll hit these right here. So this is a good color. And I also got green here, and this green here looks like a mackerel or a mullet. I feel like this is gonna be the color this year right here, this green right here. So link in the description, guys. All right, guys. So right now, next thing up, this is, you know, I love modifying tackle. It's, you know, I've always modified stuff. I like to tinker with stuff ever since I was a kid. So when I find the chance to tinker with stuff, then I take it. So here is a new types of lures that you guys have probably never seen before. If you fish certain parts of the US, you might have, but especially if you fish Texas for a long time, then you know what this is. Check it out, guys. See that? This is what people like to call the coon pop. Check it out. And the reason that people do these right here is because if you're fishing for tarpon or even reds, jacks, any other type of fish, most of these swim baits come with J hooks. Fish like to spit these J hooks out. Now, not to say that they're not any good, but the J hook, we know that they can gut hook him. You can also lose a fish pretty quickly. So with these coon pop, what they call them is you can actually cut off with bolt cutters. You cut off the J hook that comes on here. You attach a swivel, a split ring, and you put a circle hook right there. So your line is gonna go right here. It's gonna swim like this. And when a fish comes and takes it, it's gonna take it like this. And of course, set itself with the circle hook. But what makes this even deadlier is that when tarpon, they jump out and they will spit hook because that's what they do, you know. But see, when you add the swivel on there, it's gonna spin around. It's gonna give you a better chance of you landing that fish. It's not gonna spit the hook. But I'm not really using this for tarpon per se. I do like this idea for other types of fish, such as redfish at the bottom. And I like these because it's a circle hook. They can just go up and take it, set themselves, really back up, and this is gonna set in the corner of the mouth versus the J hook, of course. The J hook is gonna go on the cheek, on the tongue, inside, gut hooked or whatever, and either you lose the fish or it spits the hook either way. And I feel like this here is gonna give it a higher chance of landing and a higher chance of living after setting the hook. All right, guys, so that's it for today's vlog. I'm testing out to see how vlogs do on the channel. You know, I get a lot of downtime when I'm not fishing, but when I'm not fishing, you know, I have office time, which means that I'm in here messing with stuff, tying knots, making lures, customizing them, you know, just tinkering, just to experiment. I do a lot of experimenting, you know. I don't like to just do the norm. You know, people are gonna go, yeah, we're just gonna cast spoons, that's it. They don't do anything to them, but I like to add my personal touch, my expertise, things that I know that I feel like are gonna work. And most of the time, I've been fishing for such a long time that, you know, it works. And all this, I want you to know that all this information here is from a fisherman first, YouTuber second. So this is true and tried, and it's gonna work, all right? Thanks for watching, guys.